I'm going to hit yield record button, and I'm at least going to start simming in this and continue to talk about everything we were talking about. But I want to see how this team does, damn it. And if we don't retain the cup, which, again, we won the cup in 4 seasons. But if we don't retain the cup, then this is done. But I don't know. Part of me wanted to see how Jack Hughes and Jack Eichel would get along. So, yeah, we're going to do that. Right? Right. The team's still built, much like you would expect if you had seen me play through this before, the Carolina series. Players playing within their role to try and make it more difficult. I mean, we won the cup last year when we probably shouldn't have. Decent chance we're going to win it this year because memes. Oh, God. Is Ken Holland the right fit in Edmonton? I mean, the only way he's the right fit in Edmonton is if they're cash-strapped enough that he can't hand out more terrible contracts. That's the only way. Again, I don't know. Oh my goodness. I'll probably have to make a separate video about it, just talking about hockey. Deej! A wild Deej appears! Hold on. Fuck, where is it? I haven't hit the button in forever. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? A wild Deej appears! Deej, what's up, buddy? I'm surprised you're awake. Oh, God. Oh, Samuelson. Prove you can stay up here, buddy. I believe in you. Ken Holland moves from one bad team with bad deals to little cap to a bad team with little cap, and the Oilers have less bright of a future. I mean, kind of, yeah. Oh, God. Ken Holland wants he can take Babcock to Edmonton with him. Fucking don't throw that out into the universe. It could happen. I bring a tale from the dark histories of baseball. Were you watching Ken Burns' baseball again? Or did you go to a Marlins game? That's the only way. That's one of the two things have to be the catalyst for this story, Deej. It's the only way I see it happening. This is the first time I've seen a player meeting in 19... Yeah, Snipe, so I turned on player meetings because people say it makes it more difficult. I personally disagree, and, you know, I think I've kind of proved that by winning a cup with, multiple teams when the morale system's on. It doesn't make it difficult at all, actually. But, us Leafs fans want that to happen. I mean, I'd say quite a few Leafs fans are tired of Mike Babcock. I wouldn't say all of them. Nick Hansen. Handsome Nick Hansen. I don't know how good you are. You're probably tired. No, get out. Nobody wants you. DG's surprise attack. Jimmy went to a Marlins game today. That doesn't sound like fun. That just doesn't sound like fun. Who do I think takes Game 7 in Dallas and St. Louis? I'm not going to say, because I did say Dallas would win Game 6. And now I don't want people to believe that I jinxed them. So I'm going to plead the fifth on that one, as to not incur the wrath of sports fans. Sound fair? Hopefully that sounds fair. I don't need to incriminate myself and draw the ire of people when the team I pick inevitably loses. I'm not saying it's Dangle Jinx-esque, but it's pretty fucking close. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to hold off on that one. If you don't mind. If you don't mind. Dangle already did throw the Babcock hypothetical out there. I mean, a lot of people did. Drysdale will be playing 4th line minutes. Probably. Probably. Oh, God, Void. It's all good. How are ya? How the hell are ya? Scott Stapp, lead singer, creator, recorded a song for the Marlins to use as their official theme, and after recording, producing, and sending them, they said no thanks. Yeah, no, Deej, I might have to hear that then. I might have to hear that then. Oh, God. Imagine the gall of the Marlins to turn down Scott Stapp. Imagine. Imagine thinking you're bigger than Creed. How dare they? Quit dissing the Marlins. Absolutely not. Baseball fan, what's up, buddy? It's going well. Feeling better. Thank you for the 10-month again. You're ridiculous. Who's the best GM in the NHL? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's a damn good question. Void, I'm getting over it. I'm getting over it. Still got a little bit of, congestion. Coughing to break it up. But aside from that, I'm doing alright. Oh, boy. I mean, Yzerman Deej, I'm gonna bookmark that at least. Marlins will soar. Are you fucking kidding me? Deej, if I wasn't currently recording this for the sake of putting it on YouTube later, I would totally watch that. I don't want to be copyright claimed. Imagine writing a song for the Marlins talking about them soaring. You know, instead of like, I feel like you should have written that song for the Philadelphia Eagles. You know? That's my initial thought. Oh, God. Think about the hard series that made it interesting that you were in the Central. I was gonna say, I mean, I try to balance out what teams I use. I mean, obviously with, like, Edmonton, Anaheim, and Buffalo here, these are all short-term Twitch stuff. We'll probably end up back in the Central sooner rather than later, I would suspect. But do it now and edit it out. That's a lot of work. Alright, you know what? Timeout on the line. I'm just gonna hit the button and we're just gonna move on. For anybody who has not listened to Marlins, what was it? Marlins Will Soar by Scott Stapp from Creed. Go watch it. Maybe. My life is different now. My life is not the same as it was 5 minutes ago. Ah, Warrior, you picked a bad time. You'll get it eventually. You won't get it right now. Because, you know, YouTube copyright and such. Deej, how do you find these things? Like, how? How do these just... How? Like, it's taking a while to register. It really is. I have so many questions. The first of which has to be... How the hell could the Marlins shut him down? Secondly... Would I need to acquire the license to have that song, like, play at my funeral? Went down a rabbit hole of YouTube videos of Jim Rome just ranting about random stuff, and that popped up. I have more questions than answers now. But that's okay. We will just try to accept it. We will try to accept... that this is now a part of our lives collectively that just witnessed it. And, we'll do our best to move on every day. One day at a time. There's so many questions I have, though. Jesus! From, like, again, from, like, he... on his own, said that, you know, thought that'd be a good idea. It was, because that's one of the greatest songs I've ever heard. He turns it down, and by he, I mean the Marlins as a whole. I just... How did I not know about this? Oh, God. Holy fucking injuries, by the way. Top line center Alex Chason. Bring it on! Oh, God. See, I knew I should have held off. If Rasmus Dahlin could be put in a fucking plastic bubble until the playoffs, that'd be great. I had a feeling that watching that was going to be very disruptive. More disruptive than I ever really would have thought. But... Jesus, man. Deej, you can't do that to me anymore. It's... not, like, anything to that level. You can't just spring that on me and be like, hey, here, watch this. It's a good idea. You can't do that anymore. Oh, Warrior just dropping bits left and right. What a guy. Holy shit. Alright. Well. I suppose, and it's a very difficult thing to do, I need to try and move on with my life in the aftermath of that. God damn. Like, I'm not even joking around here. Like, my mind has been melted by the wonders that Scott Stapp has brought to the music business. I'm gonna send you a tweet and don't read it until tomorrow. Yeah, no, thanks. Thanks for the heads up. Jesus, how many years? This is year 5. So, decent way into it. If we don't win the cup this year, we're done. Warrior, I'll take your word for it. Thank you, though. Oh, God. What the hell, Scott Stapp? Jesus. Like, the song it's like stuck in my head, but it's not. Like, just, it's temporarily completely disrupted my life. Scott Stapp singing about the Florida Marlins. Jesus Christ. Alright, I need to find a way to move on and to get past this. Jesus. I think it's the Durable Plays. Or the Stolen Base. Like, just fucking hell, man. Yeah, Deej, you can't do that to me anymore. Like, Ocean to Ocean from fucking Pitbull, and now this. It's too much. This is what happens when Deej is away from a month. Yeah, no kidding. Like, Deej just shows up. He's like, hey, I'm awake at this time of day for some reason, for once. Here's this video. It just... Ugh. It just... It really takes a toll on you. Or me, at least. Jesus. I can't get over it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Oh, man. Like, okay, let's break this down. So, the lead singer of Creed makes a song unsolicited about the Florida Marlins. It is amazing. I think my shock of, the shock of the situation for me is that the Florida Marlins said no. Like, Deej, when did this happen? Was this before or after the 03 World Series? Because if you're the Florida Marlins, I'm trying to see where you get the nerve to tell the lead singer of Creed no. Because this is 2010 when this happened. Who was less relevant in 2010? Scott Stapp or the Florida Marlins? Like, basically, I'm trying to decide if the Florida Marlins had the right to tell him no. And I don't think they did. Like, for as irrelevant as Scott Stapp has been, I still think Alex Deej did what Deej does and has completely derailed what the hell has been going on here. Like, if you're the Florida Marlins in 2010, do you have the right to tell Scott Stapp no? I think is my inner struggle right now. I don't think they do, is the issue. Like, I think that's what's messing with me. Is that from, like, like, on the scale of relevancy, God damn. You know what? Regardless, it's fine. We'll move on. Sorry if you've already talked about this. It's all good. Ken Holland to the Oilers. They deserve one another. A subpar GM who, like, oh, but he got fucking Dylan Larkin to sign this good contract, so he must be half decent. And Edmonton says, yeah, let's bring that guy in who signed the Franz Nielsen contract. Like, it's the most Edmonton Oilers thing in the world to take the GM that the Red Wings replaced with, with a superior GM. You took the Red Wings garbage, basically. The Edmonton Oilers, ladies and gentlemen. To be fair, this is the Marlins coming off allowing Roy Halladay to throw a perfect game against them a mere 3 months before this shows up in their inbox. Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, then again, there was no shame in getting no hit from Roy Halladay. Or, had a perfect game. But... oh, God. Florida should not have a baseball team. I'm just going to throw that out there. Alright? I'm just going to throw that out there. I remember when the Marlins were in the World Series in 03 and the school had to vote, who do you want to win? Boy, I voted for the Marlins, and they didn't let me down. Mike Lowell. Well, it was in 97, technically. No, Mike Lowell was on the team in 03. Anyway. Deej, I think I need to ask you to leave. My God. My God. I know Florida has 2 baseball teams, and I stand by my statement. I'm going to keep this team the same. If they're not good enough to win the Cup, then damn it, they don't deserve to be continued on with. But that's okay. Win hockey games and nobody get injured. Although if Jack Eichel breaks his leg, that means we're going to win the Cup. Break a leg, Jack. Break a leg. You'll regret this when you read your tweets. You said not to check them, so I won't. I'll take your word for it, as I should. But just, damn. Oh, God. Anyway. See if the old Buffalo Sabres can retain their title. If not, I'm done with them. I needed to know. With Jalen Jennings, Jack Hughes, and Jack Eichel. Fucking Scott Stapp and the Florida Marlins. How could you reject him, though? You're a match made in heaven. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. That's like rejecting your soulmate. The hell, man. That's all I'm saying. Just doesn't seem right. Just doesn't seem right. It's a damn shame, I tell you. A damn shame. Anyway. God damn it. Would I play that song to my own worst enemy? Yeah, because it's a damn good song. Can we make a rule where you can't change players from their listed position? I mean, I haven't changed anybody. I've been playing players out of position. I mean, that could be made a rule. It's not that difficult to, just avoid. I think the problem is that fish don't traditionally soar. Yeah, no, that's the hang up for me too, Deej, before I even heard the song. Is that it doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. But nothing about the Marlins organization makes sense. So is it really that far off brand? Is my question. Ken Holland can't be worse than Chiarelli. Yes, he can. And someone mentioned it in chat a second ago that they don't blame Ken Holland necessarily because of ownership wanting him to make sure the team could continue the streak. Well, maybe. But we certainly know that any Oilers GM has essentially been a puppet for ownership. And, yeah, it's likely to continue to happen. Hey, we won 50 games. 50! Oh, God. Holy hell. Well, we won the conference. Didn't win the President's Trophy. But that's okay. Even in the Carolina series, whatever position of players listed as, they have to play. So it's like you shouldn't have signed Dubois because he listed as a center. You give him play him right wing. Well, the Ryan Minister, then the issue is, of course, people will be like, oh, well, especially players not having double positions in the game like they probably should, or EA screwing up certain ratings, have players, not have proper fucking face-off rating, shit like that. I'm not against that, really. Again, I don't think it would make it that much more difficult, because if you really think about it, if I didn't sign Dubois, I would have had a half-decent draft pick. Which, granted, I think... And no spoilers about the episode that went up today. But we would have had a higher draft pick had we not made that deal, so really it wouldn't have been that harmful. We were set up in a way that we were going to be successful regardless of whether or not I play players, you know, oh, if he's listed as a center, he has to play as a center. You know, you can still find success with that regardless. Luukkonen's going to win the Calder. Binnington is a bit of a disappointment this year, but that's okay. Let's see, Jennings. Not bad. Was he better than he was last year? By 1 whole point. Jack Hughes. Would have been better than he was last year if he didn't miss time due to injury. So, worth the money thus far. And Jack Eichel. Not bad. Not quite the same pace he had last year when he broke a leg. But still, not too bad. So, that top line's performing like I was hoping they would when we put it together. Vesalainen lost out on points a bit. He had 15 less points in the power play, so that's where those points ended up disappearing too. Joel Farabee lost 11 power play points, was a bit more disappointing. And Alex Nylander. It's not too bad. Second line did pretty damn well. I can't really complain. Third line, Aaron Niemi. 33 points. Not too bad. I don't even remember where the hell we got him from. I guess the Islanders, apparently. Middle stat, 35 points on the third line's pretty good. And Jesus Christmas. 25 goal scorer on the third line. Will Lockwood. Does he have power play time? He doesn't even have power play time. Jesus Christ. Gliev, meh. It's not too bad. But makes sense as to why the top 9 is a little bit better. We have a 25 goal scorer on the third line. Dahlin only played 59 games. Christ, he did pretty well then, all things considered. Klingberg had a good first season. Not quite Pietrangelo levels, but not too bad. Delamont, 27 points. Jyrki Lamala's not a big point getter. That's okay. We are going to lose in the first round. We're going to lose in the first round. Deej, take it easy. Thank you for disrupting my stream. Oh, God. Scott Stapp. My God. Let's see how we did. Oh, God. So we beat Toronto on tiebreaker. Not bad. Not too shabby. Playing Tampa. Playing Tampa in the first round. That's a little bit scary. But that's alright. We'll make it. We'll be okay. I promise you. Everything's gonna be fine, probably. Maybe, I don't know. See how the rest of the league looked. I can't get over fucking Scott Stapp and the Florida Marlins. So again, scoring. Pretty far down. Although, granted, at the top of the list is who you'd like to see. But, you know. Kylie Yamamoto has to be there because he's playing with McDavid. It's the only thing that really makes sense. Only 250 goal scores. Pulled Colson put up 40 goals for Florida. Not too bad. Defense. I could see that happening. Just throwing that out there. Morgan Riley, Quinn Hughes, Drew Doughty. Whereas NHL 2K10 calls him Doughty. Martin Jones and Luukkonen. Mikey DiPietro. I mean, DiPietro might... Ooh. I think you got to give Luukkonen the Vezina over Jones. 4 more games. Slightly better save percentage. It's going to be close, though. It's going to be damn close to see who wins the Vezina. And a rookie scoring-wise, Trevor Zegras. Christ. Boy, that's a close race right there, let me tell you. Close race. Did you ever realize in your Carolina series, the first year draft had Hughes going number 1 New Jersey, Kakko 2 to the Rangers? I guess your rosters are perfect. What can I say? What can I say? Don't know what to tell you, man, but the man knows. The man knows. Whoops. Hate how that happens. BGV, what's going on, man? Alright, Tampa. You gonna stop me from retaining the cup? Probably. Fog of War is on, I think, as well. So. Yeah, it is, because Boone Jenner's listed. I'm gonna turn off Fog of War for the moment. And we're gonna see what their lineup actually is. I would prefer to know what their team actually is. See what we're dealing with. See what we're dealing with. Took the long way around. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Alright, what do we got? Did I... We'll check their lineup after game 2. Did I not? Like, am I... Did I... What? Did I not turn off what I wanted to turn off? Yeah, that's better. Only turned off the player role thing. My bad! My bad. Took the long way around again. 2 button presses instead of 1. Because why not? Alright, that's gonna be better. Tampa! For the 3rd time, what are we dealing with? I mean, it's good. Will probably boot us out of the playoffs. Yeah, that's a pretty good top 4. Nope. Wow. How the hell? Okay, I was gonna say, how the hell did they end up with Scott Darling? Well, if we're gonna win this series, that's why. Let's go ahead and check the old injury report, shall we? Let's hope for some good news. Couple of broken legs. Something. Help. Please help. April 28th, April 23rd, May 18th. We can eliminate Tampa before Vasilevsky comes back. Which means we probably won't. It's April 10th. Oh yeah, he's not coming back before the series is done. Can we take advantage of an injured Tampa team? Our cup defense begins now. We're gonna quick sim this because, damn it, we should be fine. We should be fine. That's a little bit better. Lockwood, Eichel, Tamala with another goal. Quick sim to the 3rd period. Overtime. 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 I'm gonna quick sim this. Overtime. Hey, there we go. Jalen Jennings is clutch. He had a couple of game-winning goals in the playoffs last year. Gets another one. Jalen Jennings is clutch. And I like our chances. We'll go best lines down in Rochester. They're going to be playoff bound too. Let's go game 2. I believe. I hope. We should be okay. Could have been worse. Nylander and Niemi. We should be fine. Okay. That's not ideal. Quick sim to 3rd. Okay. That's not great. That's not great. That's a nice wasted opportunity. I don't know if I guess I'm expecting the team to win or to lose. I don't know what I'm expecting at this point. Like, we should beat them, which is why I expect us to lose. And lose we will. Stamkos, Yarncroke, and Ernie. Well, I thought to myself at the beginning of tonight, what a beverage. Thought tonight, you know, I want to see what happens with Buffalo. Right? Third period, by the way. I want to see what happens with Buffalo. We left it at an interesting point. Signed Jack Hughes. Wanted to see if we could win again. Not exactly in a position to do that right now. I mean, anything can happen. But losing 2-1 to Tampa to lack Andre Vasilevsky. Right. First period of game 4. Okay. Our Vezina caliber goaltender is being outplayed by Vanasek. That is what I was afraid of. The difference in overall between the two goaltenders was probably too damn high to actually result in us winning. Had a feeling that might be the case. When Alex Nylander is leading this team in points in the first round, it's not that it can't happen in real life. It's realistic. It's also realistically frustrating. Take that smile off your face, damn you. You won a cup last year. And now you just fucking, you do this. Well, we got our answer, right? This team is set up to be competitive, for sure. But, think I'm gonna take my Stanley Cup win last year and run off into the sunset because we are done. We are done. The big free agent signing has not exactly pulled his own weight here, has he? Ugh. Well, at least we have our answer as to what was going to happen with this team. Killorn, and hey, look who showed up. Just in time. Third period, 32 shots to 18. Is our season over? Overtime. Is our season over? No, it is not. Jalen Jennings. We've won 2 games in the series, both in overtime, and both times Jalen Jennings scored the winner. Good to know. We're not done yet. We're just probably done. It was a much better performance from the team, at least. But, you know, not exactly holding my breath for Game 6. It probably will be a win-loss, loss-win, win-loss. Ugh, bad start. JT Miller, second period. Hey. Alright. Jack Hughes is finally pulling his own weight. Third period, are we going to blow this lead? Alright. Game 7. We're not done yet. Jaco, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the fine world of, watching the Sabres, once they finally have expectations on them, crash and burn, which is, I mean, that's just the story of the Buffalo Sabres. Just for all of eternity. Jack Hughes has 3 goals in 2 games after being scoreless through the first 4 games of the series. We're going to Game 7. Is the dream of back-to-back cups still alive? First period. Lockwood and Farabee. Ernie for Tampa. Second period. Middlestat, but Yarncroke and Kucherov. I don't know what the hell to expect at this point. I think I expect us to lose. Yeah, we're done. Well, you know, at least we put up a fight. We didn't go down in embarrassing fashion. But, you know, probably would have been nice to see the team be just a little bit more successful. Jennings was alright. Hughes ended up waking up. Eichel was a decent disappointment. The high-scoring top 6, they all did just okay. Aaron Niemi on the third line was pretty good. I mean, the goal scoring was there. The point production was there, not from the fourth line. The fourth line was awful. Was it the D? Ooh. Oh, that rookie D pairing got ripped to shreds. And Luukkonen was garbage. Well, like I said, I wanted to answer the question as to what would happen if we continued on with Buffalo. And, yeah. The answer was we'd win 50 games and then lose in 7 in the first round to Tampa. But at least we have an answer, and we don't end it on, well, maybe we'll revisit this. No, we revisited it, and we lost. So, you know. The team is still in a good spot. Jalen Jennings looks like he'd be one hell of a point producer. To answer the question of what's his poise, it's a 76. So it's not that big, but he's a fucking overtime hero. He's a ridiculous playmaker. He'd be pretty ridiculous. Will Lockwood, for those who don't know, is a real player. He's a Canucks prospect that we added in, who's not that gifted offensively whatsoever. But created players just have a tendency to score a lot of points. So, and Casey Middlestat never developed. But we went through 5 seasons. We won a cup. Not too bad. We won a cup much, much more quickly than I would have expected us to. Is the issue. But that's just how it happens. It's just how it goes. But at the very least, I think for Atomic, who was like, hey, money, win a cup with Buffalo. Mission accomplished.